Welcome to our video on advanced techniques for improving your eBay auctions. In this video, we'll explore using Audacity to record your audio. Now, for getting started recording audio for your eBay auctions, if you go to Google and simply search for Audacity, spelled like that, and it should generally be the first result, Audacity, free audio editor and recorder. And I have it open here, and this is the download address for the Windows version. So what I suggest is, obviously, if you have a Windows computer, download the Windows version. And also, I suggest that you download the lame MP3 encoder, as it's called. I'll explain why a little bit later. Alternative versions are available for Mac, Linux, Unix, and so on. And it's entirely free at this time, and it's been around a while, and it's a great free audio recorder and editor. And it's quite straightforward to use. Okay, I have it open here, and this is how it looks. So for recording, all you need to do first of all is choose the input. Generally, microphone would be fine. And of course, you need a microphone, and you need it plugged into your computer's audio in jack. And then it's simply a matter of pressing the record button and start talking. Then you see that the audio, what you're recording, starts appearing as waveforms, as it's called. The flat lines are silences, or at least they're quieter than the wave patterns that are appearing. That's the actual recording audio, the louder audio. And when you're done, simply press stop, and that's it. You've stopped recording your audio. If you're not happy with it, simply close it by clicking there and try again. Record, and we're recording again. So you can keep recording until you're happy with it. And then let's say, okay, I've stopped this recording, and let's scroll to the beginning and click here and place the cursor effectively at the start. And then just press play, and it plays. And it will come out your speakers or through your headphones, and you can check to see if you're happy with it. If you aren't happy, you can do some basic editing. For example, there's a lot of silence here, or actually it's probably a lot of quiet hiss. You can click, hold, and drag to select areas, and then choose, for example, Edit, Delete. So if we delete that section, that selected area, it's gone. So you can tidy things up a bit in that way. If you want to zoom in or out, you can just use the zoom tool, which zooms in to wherever the cursor is, or where the selection is, or you can zoom out. So you can have a bit more control that way, and you can see things a bit more clearly perhaps. And if you zoom out fully, it gives you a bird's eye view of the entire audio. So when you're happy with that, you want to save it first of all. So let's go File, Save, Save Project, and let's save this project, this Audacity project as it's called, to the desktop. And a shortcut to saving it on the desktop is just to click Desktop here, and let's just call it eBay Audio, and save. Okay, now it's saved, and I can easily make changes if I want to, and I won't lose the original recording, which is obviously beneficial. And actually, a point worth mentioning is that you can actually increase or decrease the recording level here. There's a picture of a microphone and a slider, and you can actually increase it or decrease it if you want to record higher or lower volume. If your recording is too quiet, then you may wish to increase the recording level. If it's too loud and coming off the top and bottom of this area, then it's too loud and it will come off as distorted and may even clip some of the audio. So you kind of want to be in the middle, or maybe just barely touching the top and bottom of this area. And actually, what you can do is record at a level like this, which is fine, and then as an example, go to Edit, select All to select the entire audio, and then Effect, Normalize, and let's OK that. And you see that it increases it a bit, and it makes the audio, it kind of evens out all of your audios at one specific peak level. So you may find that useful to do. Okay, let's actually save those changes we've just made. So File, Save. Okay, I want to export it to MP3 now. So first of all, what you do here is go to Edit Preferences, and the File Formats tab, and here, the MP3 export setup. See, currently bitrate is disabled. It's grayed out. I can't affect it. So we need to find the MP3 export library. And how you do this, let's go back to the web browser and make sure you've downloaded the lame MP3 encoder, as it's called. And I've gone to the desktop, and I have it here. I have the lame MP3 library here. So it's simply a matter of unzipping it. So let's double click, and then I can choose Extract All Files to extract all the files from this zip. And I'm doing this in Windows XP, so things might look a little bit different depending upon which version of Windows you're using. If you're using an earlier version, you might not have a built-in zip file extractor. So in that case, there's a free piece of software available, or currently free, called Extract Now at extractnow.com. And it allows you to open zip files and extract all the files from within. So it's really a nice piece of free software. But here's the extraction window, so let's do Next. And let's just do Next again. And this may take a few moments to unzip all this, and it should be done fairly soon. And okay, it's done, and we can show extracted files. So Finish, and okay, here are the extracted files. So let's go back to Audacity, and let's go back to Edit Preferences, MP3 Export Setup, Find Library. Okay, would you like to locate lame_enc.dll now? Yes. Okay, we need to search the computer for it, so I extracted the files to the desktop and this folder. So let's go to this folder here, and within that folder, there's another folder. So let's go here, and here it is. That's where I extracted it to. So if I just click to select and open, and there we go, that's set up the MP3 export functionality. So which bit rate do you want to export at? Basically, higher bit rates mean higher quality. But if the bit rate is too high, then the file is quite large, which more or less defeats the point of MP3, which is that it's quick to download. So you may want to experiment, but generally I've had pretty good results with 32 bits. But you may want to try different settings and see which ones you're happy with, because obviously the lower the bit rate, the lower the audio quality. But I find that 32-bit is generally okay. So let's OK that. And now, File, Export as MP3, and now I'm going to export to the desktop this eBay audio.mp3 file. So save. Okay, tag information. Tags are just extra information added to the MP3, such as title, artist, and so on. We can just leave this all blank, and for genre, let's see if there's anything that's even vaguely appropriate. It doesn't really matter. And actually, I'm just going to go with Other for the moment. That's fine. So let's OK that. And it's done. That took no time at all because it's a very short audio file, less than 10 seconds long. So here, on the desktop is the MP3 file I just saved. And actually, if I go back to Audacity and choose File, Open, and OK, we've gone to the desktop, and if we just click on the MP3 file and open it, that opens it. And I wanted to open it in Audacity to demonstrate that it's been saved, that Audacity saved an exact duplicate of the audio I created just in MP3 format. Okay, I have two versions of Audacity open. One has the initial project, the initial audio project, and the other is the MP3. So if I flick between them, there's actually no noticeable difference. Actually, one of them is zoomed in more than the other, so let's zoom out a little there, and they should match up entirely. Okay, hopefully we have the same zoom level now. So here you see 32-bit. That's the MP3. And let's go to the other one, 16-bit. That's the original project. So they look basically identical, and that was, of course, the point. You saved audio, and then you export it as MP3, and you now have a usable MP3 file for your auctions.